Alright, a review on the famous, and to some people, infamous Budweiser. This was saying that it was born on 5th February 12 this year, so it's a little old. The grocery store never keeps things rotated around here. It's a 3.2% beer, as in most are in Utah, so it's not the full strength as most people get back in the East. And somewhat on the West Coast, California, Arizona, Nevada, Idaho, Wyoming, I believe, does 3.2, and I believe Colorado does 3.2 as well. Wait a second. Wyoming doesn't do 3.2. It's Colorado. I believe Colorado and Utah are two of the states that do 3.2. I don't know of the others. Okay, I crank this sucker open. Let's see what it's like. This is a pretty biased beer. One of the reasons I've heard from people that they don't like this is because they put rice in it and it's not American anymore. That's just, in my opinion, a very biased review. This has a very genuine color, like most of the American micro lagers do. You can pick up the rice and somewhat of water and grain. It's got a very yellow, clear color. It's got a lot of bubbles in it. The head is fairly diminishing and very white. Brewed by our all original, all natural process using the choicest hops, rice, and best barley malt. Beer, Budweiser Beer. Brewed and bottled by Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. Alcohol content not more than 3.2 and 4% by volume. This is the famous Budweiser beer. We know of no brand produced by any other brewer which costs so much to brew and age. Our exclusive Beechwood aging produces a taste or smoothness and drinkability you will find no other beer at any price. That's another reason why I believe that people don't like it, is because it's got that Beechwood aging process. To each his own, but alright, let's delve right into this. You can smell the rice and the water and the hops and the barley, and fairly grain smell, as I stated earlier. It smells fairly sweet. Let's delve into the taste. Tastes very grainy. Fairly grainy. You can taste the rice in it, and a hint of rice. Gives it a fairly decent flavor. Like I said, I don't understand the hype on this beer. It's a cheap beer. It's not an expensive beer. It's going to serve its purpose, and it's not going to compete with the higher-end beers. This is a very good go-to beer. It's a little more expensive than most of the lagers, but it's not bad. It could be worse, you know. This is not a bad beer. I don't understand the hate on it. A lot of people are quite biased on beers. I have an open mind. I love almost any beer because they all have their own characteristics. I love even what beer people give shit to because they don't understand beer. But all beers have their characteristics. Budweiser is not bad, being a month too old. Has a very good bite to it, fairly carbonation, but you do pick up the grain and the malt. This is best served cold. Put it in your deep freeze about 10-20 minutes. It chills it right up. But as you can see, there isn't much lacing either. There's not much lacing at all on this. It's a very yellow, clear color with a lot of bubbles. You have to really sniff to pick up the smell, but you can really smell the rice in it. But you don't taste the rice as much. Yeah, this is really cold, the lacing doesn't stick. this isn't too bad. I just don't understand the hate on this beer. Like I said, I've reviewed a lot of generic brands, a lot of brands people absolutely loathe and hate, and I don't understand it. I guess to each his own, but I don't understand. Now, the reason behind 3.2 beer in Utah is because of the religious entities, LDS Mormon churches, tell the government most of what to do on what they think is right. One of my religions, why politics and religion should never mix, because the religious groups are going to want their own philosophies and issues dealt with in the government, and that's just besides the point. I'm not going to go into it. This is a beer review. It's just my little opinion, but it just doesn't make sense to me. You know, it kind of doesn't make sense to me. You know, the legislature's quite strict on alcohol laws here in Utah, and it kind of pisses me off. Because you can't have a wide variety of beer here. It's kind of hard to find. To get most of the stronger beers, you have to even go to the liquor store in the state that's run by the state government. I guess it's alright, you know. It kind of makes me mad because most of the times the liquor stores don't even have a wide selection of beer. They mostly have liquor, of which is most of the generic brands around here. It kind of makes me mad. Probably just another reason why I'm going to be moving to Nevada rather soonish. That way I can review more and do more down there. I like Nevada. I've been there a few times. I can see why somebody would dislike this beer, because if you're used to higher priced, more complex beers, you're going to hate this. Some people would compare it to water. But to me, it's not really that bad. Would I give it an excellent rating? No, I wouldn't give it an excellent rating. I'd give it a very good rating, just below excellent. It's not horrible. It's not the horrible beer like they describe it as. I've had some that aren't as great, but still they have their merits. All beers have merits. It's nothing wrong with a beer at all. It's just some people's tastes are a little different and vary. So try it and see. If one person hates it, that don't mean you're going to hate it. Budweiser was the first beer I ever drank. It took me a while to get used to it. I absolutely hated Budweiser for a while. But as I started drinking it, I started liking it. And I guess it has its merits. I don't mind Budweiser. Well, that finishes it off. Cheers, enjoy your beer. Have a good day.